Hi there, internet associate. It's Anthony, and I'm here again with my good friend.
Kyland.
Okay, and me and Kyland are about to watch another episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So, this is season 3, episode 8, Lover's Walk. So, based off the title, Kyland, do you have any predictions, any ideas of what we might be about to get ourselves into here?
Definitely something with like Angel and Buffy. Probably Xander and Willow, because that's now not flourishing, but like something that's beginning to like become a little bit more than just like a joke or like something they're teasing. It seems like they're gonna figure out how to get out of their relationship. I honestly think they're gonna figure out how to get out of their relationships, or they're gonna get caught.
Yeah.
Like at some point they're gonna have to. I feel like the writers are gonna have to stop like teasing it and just go with what they're gonna do. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be upset at the fact that they're just teasing this in my face.
Right, exactly. Were you ever like Team Willow and Xander or whatever, like at the beginning of the series?
No.
You said no.
Never.
Yeah.
Like, just because like I just thought Xander was like not attracted to her, and I just kind of liked that. Like, I kind of liked the idea of like a girl and a guy just being friends on a TV show. You know what I'm saying? Like I kind of thought they were going with like treading new territory with that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not mad. I guess I wouldn't have been mad if they would have just like did it at the beginning, because like then it would have just been like, oh, okay, so they're not trying to like be different, like the not like other TV shows, But now I just feel like they're going back on everything that they said.
Right. Yeah, I felt the same way. Like, if I remember correctly, when I first watched it, like I was like, I'm glad that Willow and Xander aren't a thing. I'm glad that Buffy and Xander aren't a thing, because, like you said, it is cool just to see, regular platonic relationships between, men and women on television. That it's not like it always has to end up becoming something romantic, like it sometimes feels like. So, yeah, I know what you mean. Some people were really hoping for that at the beginning, I think, from what I've heard. And so now it's like when it comes around now, they're like, are you serious? Why does Joss Whedon always give you what you want at the time that you want it the least? Because it's like now nobody wants it. So it's like, if you did want it before, you definitely didn't want it now. And so it's just infuriating watching them do this and be all sneaky.
Like, in all honesty, I feel like Joss Whedon is just the type to do something like that.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
he just seems like the type that would like literally like take everything you want and just like give it to you whenever he feels like giving it to you.
Right, exactly. And that might not align with when you want it. But anyway, I guess this intro's gone on long enough. Let's go ahead and get into the episode. This is Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Season 3, Episode 8, Lover's
Walk.
740? Verbal? I'm pathetic.
These are SAT
illiterate.
scores.
I'm Cletus the slack-jawed yokel.
You did amazing, Lily, as usual.
You guys get your scores?
Cordelia.
Oh, that was... I can't believe he was just doing
This
that.
is not good.
What's not good?
That was my sarcastic voice. You know, it sounds a
Wow.
lot like your regular voice. I've been told that. But we should celebrate. Do something. A double date.
Oh, no. Oh,
Buffy,
no.
Hey, Team 30, Buffy, you kicked ass.
Hey, what kind of moron would ever want to come back here?
Wow. Oh, snap. That's hilarious.
Yeah, that is hilarious.
But you see what they did there, right?
Yeah, that's of course I see what they did
Okay.
there.
Well, that's exciting. It looks like Spike is back.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, what are they doing? Introducing a new big bad?
And then also that was another one of those classic
Joss
Buffy
Whedon.
dialogue cuts, where
Yeah.
they say something and then it cuts to the thing actually happening.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about that first time.
Oh, what I was talking about was how in season 2, episode 3, when Spike first showed up, he hit that sign in the exact same way. Like, it was that exact same shot with the car running over the sign and everything. And they like just recreated it right there.
You know that
Doesn't really seem like the same Spike we saw last time.
It really doesn't. I didn't even know vampires could get drunk.
What did you do?
Yeah, I just got them developed.
Oh wow.
There's pictures of me in your locker.
Dang.
Just barely. Besides,
Yeah.
I look really cute.
Cordelia's got it bad.
So what's
She
the
really
verdict?
does.
Revolt?
It's like, for her, this relationship is developing.
Great.
Really.
Double bowling.
And for Xander, it's just, it doesn't matter at all, clearly.
Crush.
Really good.
Was that
Or
Dan
it used to be,
Weber?
when they have the inflatable
Yeah,
things
that's
in
the writer.
doors.
Yeah.
And directed by David Simel.
This.
It's a gift.
Oh my gosh.
It's a little pet switch.
It's kind of a theme present. Do you like it?
Are you familiar with Pez or whatever?
Yeah, candy dispensers.
Oh, okay. I'm like, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah. You put like little candy in them, and then they like give out candy. But it has to. It's not like any candy. It's literally Pez.
But yeah, I don't even know what Pez is as candy, I guess. So,
They don't taste that good.
oh. Guess I'm not missing out then.
The schools like these, Buffy, you could have a first-rate education.
Dang, Giles is probably sad about this,
I'm
huh?
not suggesting that you ignore your calling, but
Nothing's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen.
Something's gonna happen.
It's bad bowling. It's a double date with all of us, and they're gonna know.
But see, like Willow has like a little bit more of like a conscience when it comes to it. Like at least she feels bad.
Yeah.
We're just very good friends who like to hang out. And can I kiss your earlobe?
Oh my gosh. See, Xander's like lying to himself in
No.
both of them.
Pez.
I mean, they're both lying to themselves.
Maybe bowling might be too much to handle.
Oh my gosh. Y'all are
Wish I
in.
wasn't so attractive.
There's so many people around.
In public, bro. Y'all
Really?
at school.
Any suggestions?
Isn't that disrespectful though? Like to their part. I mean, obviously it's disrespectful, but to be doing it in
Yes.
public where all these other students can see it and they're supposed to be in relationships with other people, even if Cordelia and Oz specifically don't see it, all these other people are seeing it and they're supposed to be like, hey, wait, isn't he supposed to be with Cordelia or isn't she
Yeah,
supposed to be
like-
with Oz?
But maybe they're just like, oh, they're good friends, so who cares?
Yeah, they're good friends who like twirl each other's hair in their fingers.
Or they could just be in high school. They'll be like, yeah, man, like that's their business.
They're like, yeah, infidelity, that's cool here.
Or like maybe they're just like, maybe they're all dating.
Right, exactly. They're like, maybe this is a polygamous relationship or whatever.
Yeah.
So, hey, that might be the solution here though.
That's not it. It's just you belong at a good old-fashioned college with cake parties and boys, not here with hellmouths and vampires.
You know what really pisses me off about this show?
What?
It's like I just don't like how her mom is like always trying to tell her not to be a slayer. And like I get it, but like I understand it, but I just don't like it, bro.
Yeah. I mean, she's a mom.
She just gets kind of annoying at her complaining all the time. Like at some point you're just gonna have to deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, she hasn't known that long though, right? Like only
Yeah.
like a year or so, if that, not even that at this point. So I kind of get it.
cool guy. You're going down.
You're the one going down. Oh no, son.
Dang, that must suck as a vampire.
Really?
Like he's really like getting pimped by this sun right now.
Yeah, he's going through it. Oh my goodness.
All that makes his parts fall off. That sounds proper.
We don't carry leprosy. Would you excuse me a moment?
Willow? Oh yeah, of course it's Willow.
Blessed be.
And the supplies are basically the same, right?
Basically.
This is never a good idea.
1580 for the lot.
1580. That seems so cheap.
You know, inflation and whatnot.
Uh-oh.
Wow, he straight up killed her.
He did.
I just got a better idea.
I mean, he is like a vampire villain after all.
Here's the mayor again.
Oh, look at
Yeah.
that. Every time. Cuts to the left.
Mixed metaphor. Boats did have cannons. And a loose one would cause it to rock.
Wow. Never thought about that.
Honest.
You know, but there are reasons to stay too.
What are they?
Mm.
Well, I know there's
My Slayer duties, obviously.
Are those your real reasons, Buffy?
Yeah,
Different music.
it's not like there's any great thing keeping me here.
Dang.
Thanks for the advice. It's another perspective to consider.
I guess the theme is kind of like phasing Buffy out this season.
Is that a spell book?
No.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Xander really just lost all his redeeming
Wait a
qualities this
This is
season.
love spell stuff.
Really?
You doing a love spell?
No, of course not. This is a purely scientific. I can't do this anymore, Xander. I mean, this whole us thing is.
Well, then you just gotta stop, Willow.
So
You
do you
can't
really
use
need to
magic.
resort to the black arts to keep our hormones in check?
Xander!
Oh, crap.
borrow the little girl.
Oh.
He deserved that. And that.
Let's stop it there. Let's leave. Let's not kill Xander.
All right, you're right.
But, jeez. Yeah, Xander.
What kind of spell?
Xander's definitely been acting up, man.
Spell, are you brain dead?
Dang. Spike really is just falling into the bottle.
Oh my gosh.
It's like almost comical how vicious he is now.
Really?
But at the core, though, he really is just sad that he lost his girl, man. Kind of humanizes Spike a little bit.
I told her it didn't mean anything.
And
I
now
was
here
thinking
he
of her
is,
the
like,
whole time. She didn't care.
venting to Willow.
We got to Brazil, and she was just different. Dresses with beautiful girls in them, but nothing made her happy.
What?
Could still be friends.
Still be friends. Hey, she did Spike dirty, bro.
Working out?
No, Mom, actually,
I was hoping that we could schedule a college talk.
Bro, here she go with this.
I admit
Shut
I'm
up!
overreacted.
Oh my gosh!
All
I
the way
don't.
across the country.
She's not going to
I picked up some
college.
brochures from some nearby
Well, hey, at least
schools,
she's trying to compromise
that's
right
great, Mom,
now.
but now's really not a good
Joyce.
Uh-oh.
Got any of those little marshmallows?
Let me look.
Are you kidding me? What are they?
Myself.
You're a very bad man, Joyce.
You can't trust
These
him.
vampires be clearly breathing. But okay.
You shouldn't have come back.
Joyce is like, which one of y'all is good and bad? It keeps on switching back and
I'm
forth.
confused again. What if they were kidnapped by Colombian drug lords? They could be cutting off Xander's ear right now. Or other parts.
This is Sunnydale. Y'all got worse stuff to worry about than Colombian drug
Hello?
lords.
What? You can smell her? She doesn't even wear perfume.
She's afraid.
I like how they drop like little like subtle details that you would miss if you don't even pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you begged for mercy, and that only made it bite harder.
I guess you had to be there.
I feel like why ain't they got sympathy for my mans though? He really is just going through it right now.
Maybe they have a little more sympathy if he wasn't threatening to kill their friends right now.
I guess.
You'll never be friends. You'll be in love till it kills you both. You'll fight, and you'll shag.
Spike really just broke it down for them.
Yeah, he really did.
I have read.
And watch them being. This is probably where they're gonna get caught.
For impending death situation.
Oh my gosh.
And I really hope they get caught too. I hope they do.
Oh!
Oh god.
Oh God, Oz.
We
Oh!
have to get out. Cordy.
Oh my gosh, Cordelia!
Cordelia!
And it's like she did fall. For Xander.
Oh my gosh, did you see that?
Yeah, I saw it.
That thing is, oh my gosh.
I'm not gonna lie to you. This episode really has me effed up.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
Man. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I feel so bad for, Cordelia and Oz. Especially Cordelia. Not only because of the way first of all, how she looked when she ran away, but then the fact that she just got impaled by whatever that was on the ground.
But I kind of like, she said, when she said all decrepitly, I fell, I took that to mean like, yeah, she fell, but I feel like she was also saying like she fell for Xander too. Because like she wasn't expecting to like be into Xander like that, but then like here she was.
Dang, they're going off right now. Dang, this episode has it all. I wonder if that's weird for vampires, killing other vampires.
Probably not. Probably with a stake, yeah.
I don't know, man. Vampire on vampire violence is a big problem in this community.
Don't move, Cordy.
That's like me in the video game when I was trying to throw the whole
Seriously.
I'll find her wherever she is, tie her up, torture her, till she likes me again.
Hey, you know what that's called? Growth.
It's honestly the most satisfying thing about this episode for me. And the fact that they got caught.
Yeah.
Bro, don't act like... What?
I can't see you.
Cordy.
Yo, did they just kill Cordelia?
He created all things in order that they might exist. And the generative forces of this world are wholesome, and there is no destructive poison in them.
Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
Is not on earth, for righteousness is immortal.
So Cordelia's gonna be okay?
Oh.
She lost
Okay. I was really about to say, yo.
That's one of my favorite moments. That's so hilarious. They cut to a random funeral.
Yeah, for real. Here is that. Man.
Them flowers ain't big enough.
Needs to buy the whole garden.
Let me see. Stay away from me.
I mean, you can't say it isn't what Xander had coming to him.
Tell me that you don't love me.
Dang.
I thought it was about to be Oz playing what we're hearing right now.
That would have been cool. But at least Spike got his...
The way that he has this driving setup is hilarious to me. Well, yeah, at least Spike got a happy ending.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, I'm glad that Spike got his in that episode. But you know one thing that I noticed?
What?
It was called Lover's Walk, and he did kind of go on a walk through Sunnydale.
Mm-hmm.
Like, reminiscing about Drusilla. So that was kind of clever how they did that.
Good point. Good point. Well, I know you said that this episode, you know, was kind of bothering you in a lot of ways. So what were your overall thoughts on it?
So one thing I have to give credit to the writers for is like they do think like if they would have done like just one more episode of them like teasing the Willow and Xander thing, I would have been like frustrated and really irritated at that point. So I'm glad that they actually like made them get caught and like now there's going to be consequences for what they're doing. Like I'm glad that they didn't just tease us for that whole like for a whole like 10 episodes, you know what I'm saying? Like so I have to give them credit for doing that. Like that to me was pretty good. Like it's like as soon as I was to the point where I'm like, hey, this needs to wrap up, it wrapped up. Mm-hmm. So I thought that was pretty cool. There were a lot of cool double entendres on Cordelia's side. I can't see you could have been literally that she couldn't see him because her passing out and like things fading out because she fell on the thing, or also like I can't see you anymore as in I can't be your girlfriend. So obviously I think
and maybe even a triple entendre, like I can't see you in the sense of like you're not who I thought you were anymore, and at this point it's like, you know, I don't even know what I'm looking at right now. You know what I mean? Like kind of like who are you? That type of thing in a way.
Yeah. That was that part where she fell on the thing was pretty poetic, and I think Buffy is kind of known for doing like cool things like that. I also like how Spike was so aware of like Buffy and Angel's like whole relationship, and to be honest, I really didn't think about it until he pointed it out. Like once he like put that into perspective, that they were like trying to like basically pretend like they could have a friendship, like it really put things into perspective for me. And like I think seeing that and like him going through and then having that fight, I think that was like kind of like what brought him out of his funk, you know. Like definitely. And it was nice to see Spike kind of like vulnerable and see how much he misses and cares about Drusilla. Yeah. And how big Drusilla's role is in his life and everything. So that was kind of fun. Spike was my favorite part of the whole show this episode. Like and honestly, working his way up as one of my favorite characters. Like I thought it was nice seeing him drunk for like half the episode. I thought that was really funny, but it was also like, dang, he really is just sad. Yeah, I think it was kind of savage that he killed one of his own old henchmen. Also still shows that he has like some form of like power still, like not like even though they said he had gone soft, like he still managed to get through that with Buffy and Angel's help, of course, but like he still managed to get through that little scuffle.
And there was some parts where he was fighting multiple vampires at once, so it still seemed like, you know, he was still the Spike that, you know, has killed 2 Slayers and has survived for such a long time.
Yeah, and it was really cool. So overall, I think it was a pretty solid episode. And I guess every episode isn't gonna like make me happy all the way through, you know?
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, it's like as long as it's making you feel the emotions that they probably want you to feel, then to me that's good. And that's not always gonna be happy. Sometimes you might be mad, sometimes you might be sad, sometimes you might be conflicted. But as long as I'm not just looking at it and like, really, why? Like, this isn't working at all. Like, this is stupid. As long as it's not like that, then to me it's a win. So yeah, even though there was parts of this episode where I was like, oh my gosh, these characters are infuriating me, like I still really, really enjoyed this episode. Like just based off the title, Lover's Walk, I was kind of expecting another kind of traditional Monster of the Week episode where, you know, like maybe it was like some type of Lover's Walk that like, you know, was like a myth that was in the town or something that people go to and get attacked by a monster or something like that. You know what I mean? But it ended up being way more than that. And it seems like as of late, those type of episodes have been a lot more few and far in between. Yeah. It felt like this episode just did such a good job of pushing every character forward and starting to make us think about the future and what these characters, how long can they keep up what they're doing right now? Like how long can Buffy and Angel really keep up this little friendship that they've been trying to have? And obviously we see now that it doesn't look like they can, because Angel couldn't say that he didn't love Buffy anymore. And you know, that shows like this really can't continue, because if it does, the cycle's going to continue and, you know, Angel's just going to turn bad again, and it's nothing good can come from this. Then also we're thinking like this is a high school show, you know, they're in high school, they've been in high school this whole time, but the way time works, eventually you have to leave high school. So it's like, what does that look like for Buffy, you know, being a Slayer, but then at the same time just being a teenager, being a young girl or whatnot who's about to become a woman? What does that look like for the show even? So it's like, it really makes you start to think about all that, like, how can that work? Like, can Buffy go to a good college? It's like, I want her to. That seems cool. But at the same time, is that conducive to a good show? Is that conducive to slaying and stuff like that? So it feels like this episode, it was really just like kind of a wake-up call for the characters and for the audience, I feel like. Like, how long can this really go on? Same with Willow and Xander. It really
dumped a cold bucket of water right on top of me.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what this episode did. Like, it's like, don't get comfortable.
And not to mention, like, the writers are so good at like dropping in like subtle things that if you're just like not paying attention to, like, you totally miss. Like, one of my favorite things about the episode was when Oz found Willow based off of her scent. That was really clever to me. Like, something that I feel like, I guess not really easy to miss, but something like really like subtle to remind you that Oz is still a werewolf with like werewolf abilities,
Yeah, it's like world building, right? Like it's like we have other stuff going on, but yet still they're throwing in things to remind you about stuff from the past. They're throwing in things to foreshadow things from the future. It's like they're just packing so much stuff into this 44 minutes or however long it is. And yeah, it's just to me it was really exciting. I really enjoyed this episode. Like Giles was barely here, but that ended up being okay, I guess. I wonder if he wasn't here because Anthony Stewart Head has something to do, or if they were just like, there's too much going on for Giles to fit right now.
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. Do you think that they're preparing to write Oz off the show?
I can't answer questions like that because I've already seen the show. So I mean, what do you think?
I don't know. Like I feel like that could possibly be the move.
Oh yeah? Why do you think that?
Because like they broke up, so like now I'm thinking like was this like a ploy to like get him off the show?
So do you think that Willow and Xander should get together then now?
Oh, of course not. I don't support that relationship at all in any capacity. I don't care if Oz is there or not.
Right. Like I don't support that at all.
I will never ship that, as they say.
Yeah. So then where do you think, like, what do you think should happen from here? Like, do you think do you think Cordelia should ever forgive Xander? Do you think, like,
no.
Do you think these people should just all stay away from each other?
I know that it's not sustainable for a show for them to all be, like, mad at each other and everything. But, like, at the very least, I don't think Cordelia is a part of the gang anymore. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm pretty sure she's done. Unless she has, like, something like happens to her to where it's like a villain is coming to get her, or like she's involved with like some kind of creature or something, or like a vampire kidnaps her or something, then yeah, she'll have to be worked her way back into it just for that. But other than that, I don't think there needs to be like Cordelia doesn't need. If I was Cordelia, I just wouldn't. Realistically speaking, I just wouldn't want to be around them anymore. Like, especially not because it's not like she was really that much of a friend of Buffy.
Did they get you though when they did the thing with Cordelia falling and then her looking like she died and then them cutting to her funeral?
Did you really think she could have died? I really did. I was like, dang, did they just kill Cordelia? Like, yeah, I literally said that. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah. That part is so funny to me. And the funny thing is, I didn't know that was in this episode and that was about to come up. But literally like 2 days ago, I just randomly was thinking about that. I was like, one of my favorite parts ever in Buffy was that time when Cordelia fell and they made it look like she died, but really, and then they cut to a funeral and it was just Buffy and Willow talking about how she was okay. That part was so funny to me. But yeah. So it was cool that it then actually ended up coming up right here after I just thought about it. But yeah, man, I guess that pretty much covers everything I had to say about this. Did you have any other thoughts on this episode or thoughts moving forward?
Nah, I don't think I do. Well, I guess in terms of Willow and Oz, I do feel like they're probably gonna get back together. I think Oz is gonna forgive her because it doesn't really seem like Willow was, because Willow was to me seemed more like apprehensive about that whole situation than Xander did. Xander seemed to me to be even despite Willow being like, hey, like, nah, let's not do this. He was still like, yeah, let's keep on. I feel like we can make this work. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying, and I agree for the most part, although at the same time, I know you're not saying that Willow's like just like she didn't do anything, but I do feel like Willow was doing that thing where you say one thing, but your actions are still the other thing. Like she was like, oh no, we shouldn't, but then was still going and doing it immediately after saying she shouldn't. Like, I know you're saying it out loud, but it's like, do you even really believe yourself? Are you even really listening to yourself? So it's like, I appreciated that Willow at least was acknowledging a little bit more how wrong it was, but still also the fact that she kept on saying how wrong it was and then just immediately doing something leaning into how wrong it was. I was just like, come on, Willow, you know better than this. Yeah, they both were just being kind of trash, though. I mean, like, they both were being unfaithful. Like, if they want to do that, they should just broken up with their people and just gone and done it. But yeah, so.
But I also feel like Xander is sending like hella mixed signals though, because like he's the main one talking about he didn't like her.
Yeah,
so, like,
definitely.
To be honest, like Willow, okay, yeah, but it's almost expected for her to have some unresolved feelings.
Yeah. Of course, I agree.
Like I don't feel like those feelings go away just because you're dating somebody. I feel like there's still
100%.
probably there, but like Xander clearly didn't know what he wanted more than Willow didn't know what she wanted.
Yeah.
Like to me, I feel like Xander like at first he didn't like her, but then the circumstance that they were in, I guess he saw her in the homecoming dress and all that, and then next thing you know, now he's starting to feel all weird, and then next thing you know, he's doing things that he literally said he wasn't gonna do.
If we're counting the amount of grievances that each of these characters has, Xander definitely outweighs Willow by a wide margin. Like, Xander is definitely the guy here who I'm just like, oh my goodness, man, are you serious? Like, yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with you there. I mean, Xander, he's sending mixed signals on top of everything else that he's doing. So, yeah. But
no, other than what would you rate the scale on the Buffy scale of episodes?
I mean, you know how I am with rating things. I'm not good at, like, I don't like giving things like a specific number. I can give it like did it work for me or did it not work for me? Or was it just neutral? It worked for me. That's the best I can do. I'm not good at giving like a specific number for things because I feel like I'm just never going to be able to be consistent with it. You know?
Okay, fair point.
So, but yeah, man. I guess that'll be it for now. Leave a comment down below. Let us know what you thought about the episode. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more. And if you're interested in seeing the full uncut reactions, you can head on over to Patreon. And that's going to be it for now. Anthony and Kyland out.
Bye.
All right, and cut.